guys, it's me again. Okay, so in the last video we talked about constipation, right? In this video we're going to talk about something else, something a little bit different. So as I go about my daily life, I do a lot of consultation with people. And I get a lot of phone calls from people. And so what I'm doing here on this channel is I'm sharing some of the issues that people call me and complain about, okay? And so I'm sharing that with you guys. So for those of you who are watching might be able to learn something from this video. So a lot of people struggle with issues that are mental, right? They call it mental illness, right? And there are just different forms of mental illness or illness dealing with the mind, right? What the medical system do not want to tell people is that a lot of these so-called illnesses of the mind is caused by a deficiency in nutrients, okay? A deficiency in minerals, okay? Um, a lot of it, postpartum depression, right? Anxiety, ADHD, right? ADHD. A lot of these things have to do with mineral deficiency, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about this so-called mental illness that a lot of people are struggling with. Now, you do have mental illness that are caused by some type of trauma that may have happened to people in their lives, whether you have a loved one who may have passed away and you haven't been able to deal with the trauma from that, or maybe something horrible happened to you and you haven't been able to get over it, right? There's different life events that happens to people that may cause, some issues mentally, right? And then there are other things that are happening that is causing, mental illness. We're going to talk about, let's talk about vitamin D in the Black community. Vitamin D, our bodies were specially, as I like to say, specially created for the sun, okay? I believe our bodies were specially created for the sun. We have this thing that we call melanin in our body, right? We need the sun to survive. Black folks, people of melanated skin need the sun to survive. And the study here in the United States is that melanated people struggle with vitamin D deficiency the most, okay? Because we have 2 seasons out of the year where there's literally no sun. Right now I'm sitting in my living room and there's no sun outside and it's in the middle of the day, okay? It's in the middle of the day. There's no sun. There's freaking no sun. I hate it, okay? And that's like half the year where we're not getting any sun, right? And even when we are getting, when the sun is out in the summertime, most of us are not outside. We're too busy working, trying to get the bag, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And we're still not going outside to get the sun. So we are deficient. And in the foods that we're eating, the food that you're consuming, there are vitamin D in the natural food that you're supposed to eat. When I say natural, I mean the natural food that comes from the soil, from the earth. There's vitamin D in those natural foods, but a lot of you guys are not eating natural food, so you're not getting the vitamin D from that anyway, right? And you're not getting the sun, so you are deficient in vitamin D. And so I wrote down on my paper here some of the symptoms a vitamin D deficiency, okay? And I'm going to read them off to you guys. So one of the symptoms is you start to feel symptoms of depression and a feeling of sadness, okay? For no, you don't know words, especially around your period too, for the ladies, right? But this goes for both man and woman. Vitamin D deficiency can cause you to have feeling of depression and feeling of sadness. It's just you sitting around and you just start to feel sad and depressed, right? And you don't know where it's coming from. You start to get dizzy sometimes. You get like a little dizzy spell. You know what I mean? Fatigue. You just don't feel like you don't want to get out of bed. You know, you wake up and you're just dragging. You know what I mean? You're just dragging. Even though you get a full night's sleep, you still feel like you just don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to. You just want to lay back down, right? Fatigue, or you're not sleeping well at all. You're not getting enough sleep. Your whole circadian rhythm is completely off. The adrenal glands are out of whack, right? You start to feel weakness in the joints, and joint pain, right? Muscles weakness, a lot of weakness in the muscles. Hair loss. A lot of the ladies are dealing with hair loss, and that might have something to do also with hormones. But the men are also dealing with hair loss as well. Hair loss on the head and hair loss with the beard, right? And a lot of people just get sick very easily. Every time you turn around, they're sick. They're sniffling, they're this, that, and the third, because they are deficient in a lot of nutrients, right? So here's the problem. The problem is when you go to your doctor to get a checkup, most doctors will never check for nutrient deficiencies, right? Doctors do not. You have to request for your doctor to check for a nutrient deficiency. They will not check for it, okay? They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. Most doctors will not even suggest it, right? You go there and they guess and they tell you, okay, go take this, a prescription, right? When you go, if your body is telling you something is wrong, you need to just look at what's going on, what the symptoms are, and ask your doctor to check. Tell him you need to check for a nutrient send you to have check for nutrient deficiencies, right? Let's talk about also iron deficiency, because you do get some of the same symptoms with iron deficiency as well, okay? So iron deficiency, your iron deficiency is an issue in your blood, right? That's where the deficiency is, because iron is in the blood, right? And so when you're having issues in the blood, that's not good. That's never good, because we know that the blood is life. The scripture says that your blood is life, right? The iron helps your body to make red blood cells. That's what the iron does, all right? So if you don't have enough iron in your body, now, especially for the ladies who are getting their monthly cycle, if you're not getting enough iron in your body, you're losing iron every month when you get your cycle, right? And if you're not putting it back with the foods that you're eating, or if you're not supplementing your iron, you're losing iron. Now you become anemic, right? You start having issues with anemia, right? And you're also going to have issues with the red blood cells. Hello, because the iron is what helps your body to produce red blood cells. Okay, so check your doctor. If you start to feel any strangeness in your body, go to your doctor and have them check for your, iron level to make sure that you don't have low iron, okay? I'm going to explain a little bit of the symptoms from, if you're having iron deficiency. Here are some of the symptoms that you might be experiencing. It's very similar to vitamin D deficiency. So, unusual craving. You ever... I've seen people crave chalk, like the chalk that they used to write on the chalkboard. Yeah, I've seen people eat that. I've seen people eat pencils, like the part of the pencil that you write on the paper with. Yes. I've seen people, I have a cousin back home in Jamaica, and I didn't know it then because I was a young girl at the time. I was very, I was a little girl. But now that I'm thinking, she's always eating clay. Like back home we have a lot of red clay, right? And she was always eating clay. And I didn't understand why she was eating clay. She eats clay every single day, every day. She just snack on clay. And she would try to hide it from us because she didn't want anybody to see her eating clay. But she would just go dig in the dirt and dig up the clay, and she would eat the clay every single day. And she is having issues with iron deficiency. Her iron is very, very low. Um, didn't know it back then, but I did send her to go get have them check her iron. She is very low on iron. Yes. So if you find yourself craving strange things that doesn't make sense, you might be struggling with anemia, iron deficiency. Okay, just want you guys to know that. Um, extreme fatigue, always just tired, just like vitamin D deficiency. Iron deficiency can cause you to feel very fatigued. You feel like you just don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to do nothing at all. This is why a lot of people just don't have the energy to get up and go to the gym, because they just don't, they're not motivated. You just feel fatigue all day long. You know what I mean? Yeah. Um, weakness. You just feel weak. Here's another big thing: hair loss. Hair loss. You just feel like your hair is just pulling out. You're combing your hair, or you're massaging your hair, and your hair is just clumps of hair coming out in your hands. You're combing the hair with the comb or the brush, and it's just clumps of hair just coming out. Your hair is getting thinner and thinner and thinner. I'm here to tell you guys that iron deficiency and vitamin D deficiency and other mineral deficiency causes hair loss. You'd be surprised, because your body need these nutrients to function, and your hair is a part of your body. You need to understand that. Your nails are a part of your body. Your skin is a part of your body. So if you don't have enough of what the body needs to function, the things that are attached to your body is going to malfunction. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So if you have any deficiency in your body, you're going to suffer. The hair on your head is going to suffer. Your skin, you start having dry, flaky skin. Your nails are starting to chip. Your nails can't grow, all this stuff. Yes, because you're lacking something. There's something lacking. You know what I mean? Zinc, iron, magnesium, B vitamins, just all of the supplement that the body needs to function. If you are deficient in any of them, you're going to suffer. Okay. Like I said, brittle nail, pale skin. For people who are lighter, even dark skinned people can have pale skin. Okay, I've seen dark skinned people with pale skin before, believe it or not. You tell the difference in just some people's skin. It just looks so pale. You know what I mean? There's something missing from the diet. People with really, really bad deficiency can sometimes experience chest pain, believe it or not, or shortness of breath. Okay. Headache, dizziness, lightheadedness, cold hand and cold feet, right? And the worse it gets, like you'll get inflammation and stuff like that. But there's a lot that goes into vitamin deficiency. Let me talk about the woman who just have a baby. Okay, for women who just have baby and you're struggling with what they call postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is a nutrient deficient illness. Okay, Sister Malika is here to tell you guys that. So let me explain. So mommy, and I know I'm repeating myself. I know a lot of you guys have heard this before, right? I'm repeating myself. So mommy got pregnant, right? And when mom got pregnant, she didn't really have a lot of nutrients in her body to begin with, right? She was deficient to begin with. Her iron was low, her magnesium level was low, her vitamin D level was low, all this stuff. Maybe one or two was okay, but there's a couple of other ones that was not okay. She's deficient in a lot of stuff, right? So now she's pregnant and she's carrying a brand new human being in her body, right? Let me tell you guys something what happened with this. When a woman is pregnant, her body goes into survival mode for the baby, okay? Your body goes into survival mode for the child. Your body is now going to start protecting the child. So whatever you're eating, whatever little nutrients you're getting as a mother, whatever little nick and cranny of nutrients you're putting into your body is going to try to take that and give to your unborn child, because now your body is naturally trying to protect the baby. Okay, so now you have a child growing inside of you, another human being, and you're deficient already, right? You're hardly getting any nutrients. So if you eat anything with a little bit of nutrients, maybe your prenatal vitamin, right, and whatever else, the little fruits you're eating, your body is going to hang on to that and pass it on to your child. You are going to become deficient, okay? So you have 9 months that you're carrying this child, and your body is struggling, right? Struggling to pull every little bit of nutrients that you're putting in to pass on to your child, because your body is trying to protect your child, right? So now 9 months go by, you have your baby. Now you're starting to breastfeed the baby, right? Breastfeeding the baby, right? But now you really have no nutrients in the breast milk. There's really not much coming in through the milk, right? And whatever you're putting in, it's going right through the breast milk to the baby, because still your body is in survival mode trying to protect the baby, because the body knows that baby is getting the breast milk, right? Okay, so whatever little mineral you're eating from your apples or your banana or whatever you ate, right? Whatever little bit, because we know you're not eating much of the supplements and minerals and stuff, right? Just a little bit of veggie here and there. So whatever little tinsy bit that you're putting in the body is going to go through the breast milk, and the baby is going to hang on to it, right? Now you're struggling because you ain't getting much, because the body is giving it to the baby, right? And that's why you're struggling with postpartum depression, because your body is struggling to survive, struggling. Your vitamin D level is low, because whatever little goes in, it's going to the baby, because it's the survival mode for the baby, okay? The baby come first. Yeah. So if you're not actively supplementing with vitamin D, minerals, zinc, magnesium, iron, selenium, whatever it is that is lacking, right? If you're not actively putting it back so that your body can get enough and your baby's body can get enough, so that both of you guys can get enough of these nutrients to where you're okay and the baby is okay, somebody's going to suffer, okay? And when mommy is miserable, that baby is going to be miserable too. So if you have mothers that are struggling with, postpartum depression, their baby is miserable, okay? Because mama is not doing good, baby is not doing good. That's just how it is sometimes, right? So I'm telling you, sisters that are giving birth, if you know you're going to get pregnant, well, some of y'all don't know when you're going to get pregnant, because a lot of people are just laying it out every day and not planning anything, right? Let's keep it real. A lot of you, sisters are just not planning. You just, that's for another time. But most people are not planning to have children. We just got to keep it real here, right? Right. We just having babies unplanned, right? So now you get pregnant. Soon as you get pregnant, you got to start supplementing, honey. You got to take start taking some liquid magnesium, liquid zinc, liquid iron, everything liquid. Put some liquid minerals in the system. Start eating more plant foods, you know what I mean? But make sure you're supplementing, because now your body needs that mineral to supply you and the baby, okay? And like I said, if you don't have enough for yourself, the body don't give a damn about that. It's going to pull from you and give to that baby because the body is in survival mode to protect that child, okay? So there you go. Take your supplements and make sure they're plant-based, make sure they're natural, okay? When I say supplement, I'm talking about natural minerals like zinc and iron and magnesium and selenium and stuff like that. The B, the B vitamin, the B12, the B6, the B1, the B2, all of those things. Vitamin D, spend time in the sun. If you live in a sunny state, California, Florida or wherever where it's always hot there, spend some time in the sun. But you know what the problem is with a lot of dark-skinned people too? You guys claim that you don't want to get any darker, so you don't go out in the sun, right? But you don't care about your health. You're not thinking about your health. You don't go out in the sun because you don't want to get darker because you hate yourself, right? You hate your skin color, right? So you try not to spend any time in the sun. However, you're not supplementing. You're not taking anything to supplement for the vitamin D. Natural vitamin D comes from the sun, in case you guys were not aware. Natural vitamin D comes from the sun. That's where the most I put it, in the sun, right? When you go outside and you sit in the sun, you are getting natural vitamin D, and that vitamin D helps your body to function well. It helps your brain to function well, helps you to think well, it helps you to process things well, it helps you to sleep well, it helps you to wake up and feel good. That's what vitamin D does for the body. Helps you not to get into depression and anxiety and all that stuff, right? But if you are the type of person who hate yourself and hate your beautiful skin color, right, and you live in a sunny state and you say, well, I don't want to go out in the sun because I don't want to get any darker, but you're eating junk food every day and processed food and fried chicken and fried this and fried that and milk and cheese and sandwiches and junk, right, and you're not supplementing with any vitamin D supplement, then you become deficient. There we go. You become deficient because, hello, you're deficient because you're not getting any vitamin D. There you go, right? So I hope I was able to help somebody today. Spend time in the sun, okay? Eat more natural plant foods. Flush the system out every now and then by doing a cleanse, okay? And put some natural minerals in your stomach, in your system on a regular basis. You don't have to do it every single day, all right? Because, we want to practice moderation. You know what I mean? Too much iron can be too much. We don't want to take too much iron. We don't want to take too much zinc. We don't want to, you know what I mean? So, moderation. But if we're deficient, we need to know that we're deficient and we need to start putting those things in the system, okay? So I want you guys to just look into what I'm saying here. Go to your doctor and have your doctor request a nutrient deficiency test, okay? Tell him you would like to check for your magnesium level, your iron level, the zinc level, the vitamin D level, all of that stuff. Tell him you want to check that. You want to see where your levels are and see if you're deficient in any of these things, especially if you're having a lot of these feelings that I just described, like a sleep problem, depression, anxiety, blah, 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 hair loss, and all this stuff, right? Yes, you want to check your mineral levels and make sure you're not deficient, okay? All right. Now, let's talk to the brothers for a second. Brothers. Okay, so a lot of our brothers are struggling in silence. I've talked to a lot of my brothers. I have. A lot of my brothers are struggling in silence because they don't really have anybody to talk to. Brothers are more guarded with the issues that they're having. A lot of brothers are embarrassed to talk about their issues, and a lot of the times they don't have anybody to talk to. Then I gotta go to a woman. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you have a wife and you trust her, you'll go to her. You talk to her and you come up with a solution. But a lot of brothers, they don't have anybody to talk to, and a lot of guys, they don't really feel comfortable going to their homies, their friends, you know what I mean? So a lot of brothers are walking around in silence, which is why I do a lot of these videos that I do. Hopefully I share some information that can help the brothers, because you guys are struggling in silence and you're not asking for help. How do I know this? I talk to a lot of family members of men. The men are just too embarrassed to ask for help, so the family members come to me and ask me for help. My brother is having this issue, or my uncle, or my dad, or my grandfather, or whatever, my husband, or whatever it is, right? So the women are usually the one that come to me, or another male family member might come to me and ask for help. But it's usually the women who would come to me and say, hey, something is going on with my husband, or something is going on with my dad, or whatever it is. And anyway, so I want to say to the brothers, your prostate, right? The most prominent mineral in your prostate is zinc, right? Zinc, yes. And once you pass the age of 30, your body begins to, the prostate things begins to change a bit. Your body doesn't produce, sperm as it once used to when you were younger, in your teenage years, and so on and so forth. But understand that zinc is the most prominent mineral in a man's prostate, right? So as you get older, your body loses minerals. So if you're not getting these minerals from the food that you're eating, brothers, and you're not supplementing with anything, it means that you're going to be deficient, and you're going to start having problems. You're going to start having problems in the bedroom and everywhere else, right? So I went and I want to share with the brothers what it is that me and my husband take for zinc. And you guys, if you watch me, this is a liquid zinc. There we go. That's a liquid zinc, right? And for those of you guys who have been watching me for a while, you already know that if I take natural minerals, they're going to be in the form of liquid. Or if I can't find them in liquid, I'll get them in capsule. I don't take hard tablets, never do, okay? So most of my minerals comes in liquid form, liquid all day, every day. And there are a few companies who are plant-based, which is where I get most of my supplement from, okay? So this right here is a plant-based zinc, right? And the lady or the company name is Mary Ruth Organic. And so that's where I get a lot of my supplements from. And that's pretty much what I recommend to a lot of people. So that's zinc. I think that we should all take zinc. Helps to build the immune system. Helps the brothers with their men's part, okay? You need zinc to help with your prostate, to help build up your prostate, all right? Here we go. I'm going to share something else with you guys. This is a liquid iron. You guys know that I take, I take iron. And there's this one iron that I usually recommend, which is the Fluoridix, which is very good. But I also get iron from this place as well. And this is a liquid iron that I take, right? My husband and I take this iron. And this is also from that company called, listen, I'm not endorsing any of these folks, okay? It's just that I get my stuff from them. And I'm sharing it with you guys. This is a vitamin D that I also get from them. And the only time I take a vitamin D supplement is in the winter time, because I don't get any sun in the winter, okay? So I need some type of vitamin D to keep me going. So I do take vitamin D in the winter time. This is the only time I take it. In the summertime, you won't find me inside the house if I can help it. I am outside soaking up the sun, okay? So yes, so this is a vitamin D that I get from, hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. And I got that from the same people that call themselves Mary Ruth. And if I am going to recommend A magnesium, I would recommend magnesium glycinate, okay? And this is a magnesium that I currently take. Myself and my husband takes this, all right? Magnesium glycinate. So why am I showing you guys this? These are all liquid minerals that the body needs, especially in the wintertime when we don't have plenty of fruits. You know, we get a lot of the fruits in the summertime, so we're able to, you know, supplement from the fruits, you know, all the vitamins and minerals and stuff from the fruit. In the wintertime, we don't have anything. We don't have much. There's not much really. I try to freeze a lot of stuff, you know what I mean, so I can have some stuff to use in the winter. But let's face it, we don't have a lot of stuff in the wintertime. So in the wintertime, I do load up on my minerals, and I take them in the form of liquid. Okay, so I just really wanted to share that with you guys, that especially in the wintertime when you are prone to getting viruses and sniffles and all that stuff, you got to load up on stuff like this to keep you going, man. You know, I get up in the wintertime, I go to the gym. If I didn't have this stuff, I'd just be in the bed, you know, just because, you know, I need the minerals from my food to keep me going. I cannot afford to get sick at all right? Here's something else I'm going to share with the men. If you are a man and you are having issues with just feeling like your lack of energy, like you don't have much energy, you can't, you know, you don't want to get out of bed to go to work in the morning, or you just don't feel like it, you know, you want to go to the gym and work out, but you just too feeling lazy and don't have the energy to go to the gym. You just don't want to, right? Here's something I'm going to help the brothers with, because this is not just a testosterone booster. This right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Whoop, there we go. There we go. That is an energy booster. Okay, this right here is an energy booster. This is something that is so good for first of all, this is a men's product. This is not a woman's product. It's a men's product. Okay, if any brothers are having issues getting up in the morning to go to work, or just getting up to go to the gym, or you just don't feel like it because you have no energy, this is one of the best things for energy right here. You take 2 of them, you can bust it open, put it in your mouth, swallow some water or some juice, and that's it. An hour later, you start to feel, okay? Yeah. That's something that my husband takes, especially in the wintertime. You know, yeah, if some of you guys who know my husband, he works out a lot, always in the gym. And so, you know, that's one of the things that he supplement with, along with, you know, zinc, magnesium, and stuff like that. And of course, my husband eats a lot of fresh plant foods as well. So he's always full of energy all the time. I don't know where he gets his energy from, but yeah. So, you know, these are little things that I recommend for those of you who are struggling with nutrient deficiencies, lack of energy, stuff like that. You know, you gotta put some stuff back into the system. Brothers, if you're having issues with energy, try the stuff that I just recommend and prove me wrong. Try it for about a month or 2, and then call me up and let me know how it worked. How it went, okay? Yeah. I hope I was able to help somebody with this video, if you're watching. And if you made it this far in the video, give a sister a thumbs up. You know, just press the little like button up there. And if you think this is going to help somebody, share the video with a family member, a friend, or somebody who may need the help, all right? Somebody who may have given birth and are struggling with, you know, postpartum depression. They might need to hear this information, okay? Yeah, nutrient deficiency, it's real, okay? And if your doctors have not told you, nutrient deficiency does contribute to mental illness, okay? Yeah, yes, it does. Also, I do also get my information from real people who have followed my protocol and have seen a lot of results. You know what I mean? So I'm getting my information from different sources, and also from real people who have changed their lifestyle and implement the stuff that I'm telling you guys today. Okay, there you go. So you want to know where you can go and find this supplement right here. Okay, this is an energy booster. This really gives the men some energy. You can find this at grassrootbotanicals.com, grassrootbotanicals.com, and I will put the link somewhere in the video. I want to say something else about this. If you are a man and you're in the gym lifting, if you're doing a lot of strength training and weight training, this right here is going to help you to gain lean muscles. Don't take my word for it. I guarantee you. This helps men to cut in the gym, okay? Go on over to Maccabees TV and look at my husband. Okay, but it also helps to give a lot of energy. Y'all see my husband in the gym doing them push-ups and up whatever the heck he's in there doing. Lots of energy. That's what that thing does. And that's what he takes on a regular basis. Okay, so we're sharing it with you guys. All right, guys, love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Grassroot Botanicals, your gateway to a world of natural wellness and vitality. At Grassroot Botanicals, we believe in the greatness of nature. Our carefully formulated selection of herbs is designed to repair and rejuvenate your body and mind. Real people, real results. Join the growing community of those who have embraced the herbal way of life. Explore our website for a treasure trove of herbal products and a seamless shopping experience. Grassroot Botanicals, where the stronger the mind, the deeper the root. Start your herbal journey today.